What happens when you mix creativity, space, and cool armor design? Well, you get Halo. The first-person shooter genre is one of the most popular modern-day genres with a low bar of entry and incredibly high skill ceiling. Each game has its own hook, from realistic takes on warfare, big battle set pieces, to run-and-gun mayhem. Halo gets fantastical with a sci-fi space opera setting and adds mystery to the areas you explore. New worlds bring new characters and species to learn and explore with. Designs vary in weapons, characters, and the Spartan you play as in multiplayer. Halo is unique for its world building, with each campaign pushing the boundaries of FPS storytelling and putting polish on the FPS framework the original Doom and Quake games introduced. It stands out amongst the rest of the shooters that had to win people over amidst the history of development troubles, conflicted art, and narrative direction. The series did manage to garner a huge following as I go over some of the reasons why people love Halo. World building can be one of the hardest things to flesh out in any story, as it's the groundwork of where the characters will be interacting. Halo does this aspect of the story well by exercising a simple tactic: show and tell. When you first step into the world, you are introduced to the characters and the setting. Then you are shown the expansive world they will inhabit and soon explore. The game shows you the necessities, but doesn't tell you everything. It allows the player to traverse the world to find out more if they desire. Most of the time, the players that do go the extra mile often know when an event occurs in the next game, while opening up new mysteries.
They said only a human could open it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. They held my hand against the surface. It was cold. So cold it burned. I screamed for them to stop, but then it began to open. Slowly. Pieces moved. Slid open, and then I saw her face. Oh, God, she was smiling.
Each game in the franchise has its own world that the player explores without ever making him feel lost in the sequence of events. The world is spacious, which permits the series to branch off into distinct directions from different game genres and story paths. Speaking of Halo being very distinct,
it's locked down. Requires a hack.
Okay. And you can do that?
No. New plan. Scuttle the ship.
You are going to destroy this ship? With us in it? I'm going to die here.
your experience in the world of Halo might be different from another player's world of Halo. There is no defined answer on how to handle a mission or enemy. The answer is molded by the player. The Sandbox can create anything as long as you get creative with the different weapon combinations and the application of those weapons. Another way is by simply looking around you. What can you grab, how can you use it, and when can you use it? Even if your first solution doesn't work, build upon it because you aren't wrong. You just need to think of another way or an application of the items you have. The sandbox nature shines the brightest in the campaign as you have a wide range of pickups available, but multiplayer sandbox is great in its own way.
I mean, for like quick play, like Pulse Carbine, sidekick is like really crazy.
Each multiplayer match feels unique as you compete against players that might use the sandbox in a different way than you, and that might open up even more possibilities for you. Learning from other players opens up a way to connect with other people.
Stop shooting me! Oh my god.
The community of Halo has a connection that goes beyond the shooter genre and goes into unique content creation, from a map game mode creative forge to just simple Spartans in red and blue armor. People got introduced to Halo in different ways and learned to love it in their own way, from a creative standpoint or a gameplay standpoint. Even small things that players might consider toxic in other games like a teabag is rooted into the Halo culture that isn't even seen as an insult anymore to the community. It's just funny. I have made connections with Halo starting with Halo 4, playing a map with my brothers as we fight for control over a large vehicle called a Mantis. Through this connection, I was able to meet people that enjoyed Halo and played with these people today, from normal matches to custom matches where we fly across the map at blazing speeds. Oh! Woo! Connections like these in games such as Halo are important to have fun, no matter what you might think of your performance during the match. You enjoy these matches thanks to the relationships you formed while playing the game. As much as I enjoy Halo, there are precautions to think about. Wait, let's wait behind here. Above. Get him! Yeah! Go, get it! Yeah! Halo multiplayer has different ways of playing. As a result, the skill gap between players is larger than most other games in the genre. This ends up creating matches where you could be utterly annihilated thanks to the player controlling the power weapons, and could end up ruining your enjoyment of the game. One way to get around this is to go into a different, more random game mode where anyone can dominate, such as Fiesta, or to go into a more skill-based game mode such as Tactical Slayer. The campaign does has its issues as well, and it comes down to your opinions on certain characters like Echo 216. You understand why he acts the way he does, but it can get to certain points where it can be unbearable, and his growth as a character might take too long for some.
You have one bullet against an entire army. What can you do on your own?
I told you. It's enough.
So I see.
Another thing is how the campaign starts, and this only applies for the later games from Halo 5 to Halo Infinite. These games can start like you miss information that can come from other sources, whether it be from books or spin-off games. You can make the commitment to learn what happened, but to resolve this issue comes to the developers. Not everyone is going to have time to learn everything necessary to the new game. It's the developer's job to help ease new players into the series.
It's been 6 months. Where have you been?
What happened? Where is Cortana?
The rogue AI known as Cortana is gone. She's been deleted.
How? By you?
Of course not. Did you hit your head or something?
The last issue is specific to Halo Infinite, and that is how the game is monetized. Older Halo games had a lot of customizations from the start, while the new game adapted to the new era multiplayer games and went for a live service format. Many customization options are now confined to a battle pass or overpriced items in the shop when they used to all be free. I recommend you wait to see how long you invest into multiplayer, and if you believe you invested enough time to make a purchase, then buy the battle pass and nothing else. The developers have made strides to improve the game based off community feedback, like the progression system, but they have a long road ahead of them. Despite these roadblocks, Halo is still a beautiful game to many. Halo is one of many shooters in this oversaturated genre, yet it stands out on its own, and its initial entries are so strong that there's always a high expectation of the new games. The world of Halo is something the player gets lost in its mysterious nature and gets rewarded for going that extra mile to learn about it. Each experience in the Halo universe is different thanks to the varied sandbox gameplay that rewards creativity and allows the player to play the way they want to play. Connections help make the Halo experience even better, as it makes each discovery and session you play that much more enjoyable. As Halo has evolved, she'll have its issues, from awkward starting points to trying to fit into the live service format that works for other shooters. Regardless of these issues, Halo stands out as a shooter that many FPS players see as an essential to play. Hi, thanks for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you so much.